Hey guys, welcome to another episode of TA Outdoors. I've got my backpack with me and inside I've got a cheap budget stealth camping tent. There is a footpath not too far away to my right. I'm going to get my tent set up, doing a little bit of bushcraft, getting a fire going, cooking up some food and enjoying a nice evening here in the woods. First things first, let's get the tent set up. Get that dead tree out the way first. That's firewood. Got my fire lighting kit. This is the tent. It's called a trooper tent and it cost me around about £40. I'm not expecting much, but let's take a look. It has the British terrain pattern, which I thought would blend in well in this woodland, but it actually blends in a bit better with the forest floor than the backdrop, probably because of the time of year where the leaves are still green. Let's give it a go. That's what it looks like. It says 2-person youth tent, single skin, way 1,500 millimeters of hydrostatic head. Does have a mosquito net. If it really rains, I think this tent is not going to perform. It's not due to rain, maybe a little bit in the night. We need to do another episode with a rain test. Pretty simple components on this one. The tent, some poles, some tent pegs and a couple of guy lines. These are the poles, and a little tip, most of these poles always come together with an elastic band and it's very easy to lose. I always get the elastic band and just wrap it a few times around one of the poles so then I never lose it. On each pole there is like a male and a female, like a ferrule almost, and that's the rubber foot. So that one's going to go like that. This one is going to stay upright to the sky, and that is where they're going to join with that little kind of spring loaded, it's not spring loaded, but that little metal clip there. That's what's going to pinch it in. You just do that, turn it round, and it should pinch in like that. One pole for each side. This is like camping as a kid again. And then at the front and the rear of each tent is this metal eyelet. That's where the spike of the pole is going to go through. Like that. So it also comes with these mini guy lines to tie out the skirt just here, but it's a bit of a pain to tie out, to be honest. So that's it. If I'm honest, I thought it would blend in a little bit more in the woods. It's a bit more of a kind of desert camo pattern. Maybe in autumn I think this would be a lot better with a kind of yellow orange leaves on the forest floor, but either way it's set up. It was a bit fiddly. Tent is finally set up. The bugs are a lot worse than I thought they would be. We're middle of September, there was a strong wind and it was cold this morning, so I thought maybe they won't be as bad. They are as bad. The wind is picking up a little bit, which is good. Thinking I'm gonna have a fire as well, maybe around here, I'm not sure. I don't want to be too close to the tent, so I reckon that's pretty flammable. Also, I haven't eaten yet. I'm a bit late to the party, so I might get some food on as well. To go along with the kind of British military theme, I decided to boil my water on the old BCB Crusader Mark II cook set, the little alcohol stove. It's brilliant, and it takes about maybe 5 minutes to boil water, a lot longer than obviously a gas stove, but you can just leave it, walk away, and it's very, very stealthy. There's no big smelling flame. It's a very sort of almost invisible naked flame really, but it gives off zero smoke, which doesn't really matter because I am going to have a fire later because the wind is blowing the right way where people hopefully won't smell it. Got about an hour left until dusk. Tent set up. I've got a little fire reflector wall here because it is due to drop down to about 3 degrees Celsius tonight. Gonna get the fire going in a minute. But first I'm gonna crack myself a beer. One of those evenings, the sun is just about to set, and I think a cold beer to accompany that pasta bolognese is ideal. That's a very smooth hoppy beer actually. 7.5%, so it's quite punchy. So how does a free case of 8 spectacular beers sound? Well, this is one of many that was sent to me in this month's Beer 52. A box gets delivered to your door, and inside is a variety of different types of beer. Also within that is a few different snacks too, which I'm going to be tucking into later. Down the side of the box is the Ferment magazine, which has plenty of different articles in there about different beers and how they were crafted, as well as the various collaborations that went on. My good friends at Beer 52 are giving viewers of this channel the exclusive offer of 8 never before tasted limited edition beers from UK brewing legends Northern Monk. I have been a fan of Northern Monk for many years now, and the great thing about Beer 52 is that if you don't like the dark beers, which not everyone does, there is an option to select the light case too. To claim your case of beer, just go to beer52.com/TA and just pay the £5.95 postage, and the beers will be delivered to your door. Even after all that, if you're still unsatisfied, you can just pause or cancel your subscription at any time. Beer, then the numbers 52.com/TA. I'll put a link in the description below. Thanks Beer 52 for sponsoring this episode. Let's get a fire going. wanted to show you guys this. These. The little wax strips. I don't know how they've been made. I guess they're just dipped in wax. But these were sent to me by a subscriber, I reckon about 8 years ago now, back when I had the pallet cabin. Which we still have, by the way, it's still standing. But they're actually brilliant. They're super thin. And you only need like two. I could probably light this whole fire, in fact, with one. Let's try it. I've got loads in there. I've probably got maybe 50. They take up no room at all, and I can just place them in my possibles pouch. Grab a lighter. They might take I don't think they'll take a fire still. I'll try it. I've never lit net with a fire still before, but I think it definitely lights with a lighter. Okay, doesn't light with a fire still, which is interesting, but kind of burnt up a bit from my fire still, but it burns really well. There you go. I barely had to put the lighter to that. Tuck that under there. It's just impressive. So thin, and that's it. Fire's gonna go. Because this is dry elder. This was the tree I pulled down that was right next to my where I was going to put my tent in at the beginning. Look at that! Wow. The elder was dry. Those wax strips that subscriber sent me, I don't know who you were, sorry, it was so long ago, but they are brilliant. I'm going to try them out in the rain and get them soaking wet and just really see how they go, how they fare, because they've been brilliant. I've just got no idea how you made them, because I'd like to try and make some myself. Maybe you guys know, let me know in the comments. I nearly took my eyebrows off. Woo. Let me know in the comments if you guys know, but it's a little wax strip, like a blue wax strip. It's like dipped in wax. It's brilliant. Let's actually look at the tent. I haven't been in yet since setting it up. Not gonna lie guys, the material does feel cheap, but I did expect that for £40. But it's spacious. It's a two-person tent, so on my own it's ideal. Here's the fly net, mosquito net. There's the centre pole, which can be a bit annoying on these tents, but yeah, that's good. I like that. come and look. Whoa! There's a good amount of room in here. Definitely a good amount of room. A single skin tent in the rain will definitely not be very good, but it also might get a bit chilly if there was a draft, because there's vents, big mesh vents all the way along the lower part of the tent, and it doesn't look like I can zip them up. They're totally open. So if the wind does pick up, there's going to be a draft constantly coming through, which is not ideal, but in terms of space, it's got plenty. Side pocket here, side pocket here. You see what I mean? These vents are totally open. They're mesh, so fine for the flies and the bugs, but there's no way of closing that. So if there's a wind that comes underneath there, a really strong wind, there's going to be a very strong draft in here. And that is the view. I'll get my main food on in a minute. The sun has set, 7 o'clock. It's getting earlier now that the autumn is here. The leaves are just starting to turn orange on the beech trees. I can just see the tips of the leaves starting to turn orange. Cannot wait for autumn. Favourite time of year for camping. I just love autumn camping. Something about I think it's the smell of the freshly fallen leaves. I was thinking about this earlier. What is it I love about it? It's that earthy smell, especially when it comes to like beech trees and beech woodlands. You just smell that leaf mulch almost. And that to me is like the epitome of autumn. Love it. Okay, I think we're set up here. Oh, guy lines, dang it. Could do with some coloured ones with reflective material. Got my adjustable grill. So we're going to cook some meat. I didn't use this for like 7 years, and then in the last year I found it in a camping box, a box of old camping gear that I had, and I just love using it now. Wish I used it more. That's in there. And this is the handle for said grill, and that pinches on there. Perfect. Don't judge my cutting, folks. I'm not Gordon Ramsay. Also gonna need to boil some water. While the lamb's cooking and the water is boiling, I'm going to have some of these smoky paprika baked corn snacks that came with the Beer 52 box. They are brilliant. Wow. The fire reflector might seem a bit overkill, which it kind of is for this time of year. It's much more of a winter thing, the heat reflector. But the temperatures have dropped. Like I say, it's going down to 3 degrees Celsius tonight, which isn't freezing, obviously, but it is chilly. I can feel it's chilly now in the air. All that water's nearly boiling. Oh, nearly. Let's get it off the grill. The flame did actually lick up a bit when I was talking to the camera, so it may have char grilled it. Well, no, it's not too bad. That looks pretty good. Sizzling now. Oh, that's hot. Whew. Right, let's grill some of the peppers. It's a random dish, I know, folks. It is not quite what you have with lamb, but I don't care because we're camping. We can cook what we want. I'm going to use my folder cup because we're going to make some instant mash, and it's quite a handy size. Make a little hole, hot water, about 300 ml this is of hot water. It's kind of ideal. Right, this is not going to be 10 out of 10 on presentation, folks. I can tell you that now. But as far as little backpack camping meals go, I'll take it. I'll take a bit of lumpy mash. Oh, put the lamb there. Couple of roasted peppers. We'll come back to the rest. Bon appetit! That lamb is amazing. Mint on the lamb is so nice. The only thing is it could do with a bit more sauce to go on the potato, because it is a bit dry. It doesn't look much in these little bowls, but it's a decent sized meal for camping, really. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not a chef, folks. I don't do a lot of you know, experimental stuff with my cooking. I kind of stick to the same things. It's the same with my camping meals. I know what I like and I stick to it. This is slightly different to my norm. That is digested well enough to have another Northern Monk, this time Summit Hazy IPA from none other than Haze Outdoors, who I actually, fun fact, did a video with, I don't know, 7 years ago? I don't know, back in 2018, me and Hazy, we did a collab up in the Lake District. But he's still making great videos. I'll put a link in the description below. But to you, Hazy, if you're still watching, mate, hopefully some guys go and follow your channel from this. But I've not tried this one, this Hazy's IPA Summit. Oh, that is nice. That's really nice. It's a really fruity one, this one. If I could ever describe a craft beer IPA, taste wise, that would be it. And what a lovely evening. There's no wind. I always find these nights where there's no wind, I find them really weird. I actually quite like a bit of a breeze in the woods. I just find when there's zero wind at all, it's always a bit strange. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. You guys might feel differently, but for some reason, whenever there's no wind, I do find it a bit weird. Especially here in the UK, where there's always wind and an aeroplane. Let's get in. Alright, get my boots off. Just put his light back there, there's nowhere to... Ah! Lucky. My light is magnetic, to be fair, so although there's nowhere to hang the light, at least it sticks to the metal poles. Oh, that's warm in here. It's just where that breeze is picking up outside. Well, I'll say the tent feels cheap, but the space is nice for considering how small it packs down. I don't mind the lacking quality at the moment on a non-rainy day. I wouldn't want to be in this on a very rainy day. Do like the green light for it's a lot less harsh on my eyes than the camera light here, and a head torch. Like when I put this on, it's very it's a harsh light. It's very good for long distance, lightweight camping trips, but the green light just way less harsh on my eyes. It's about 10 p.m. I'm really tired, so gonna get some sleep now, and I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Good morning. I actually didn't sleep too bad. I've pitched my tent on a slight angle, so I had to move my mattress on the diagonal because I kept rolling off it, and I maybe woke up, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, which is pretty good for me. It is chilly this morning, but yeah, I'm just bracing myself to get out of the sleeping bag. Wind's picked up today. It sounds like it's rained. I didn't hear it in the night. If it did, I fell asleep. I was asleep through it, but I think there's a bit of showers forecasted this morning, so I'm going to get the fire going early if I can. Straight away. We're onto the 3 season sleeping bags now. Tired of that time of year. No more summer bags. So I'm going to go with the blue waxed strip again for the fire. I worked out I've got 50 of these in that little plastic bag. So if I can get a fire going with just one every time, then 50 fires in one tiny little plastic bag is pretty good. There we go. First on the menu is these chocolate filled crepes. Normally you microwave these at home. You can microwave them in like 10 seconds. So I'm just going to leave them there for just to soften. Oh, lovely. While those are melting, got my sausages. These are beer braised onion and cheddar sausages. We'll do 3, I think. Crepes are ready. These are such a good camping food. They're just so fast to just warm up. Not much beats melted chocolate. There we go. Bit of ketchup in a minute, and we're good to go. Did drop one of the sausages on the floor. It's not ideal. If my dog Jax was here, he would have absolutely had it. And a cup of tea to chase it down. Yorkshire tea, has to be Yorkshire tea. So what's my thoughts on the tent? Well, it is a bit budget, obviously being around £40. It's not going to be an amazing tent because it's single skinned. I think the main thing that I was impressed with was the fact that there was zero condensation inside. I really have never had that before in a tent. Sorry, in a small tent. I've had it in a big tent where they're taller, but never in a small tent. Why do companies keep making tent pegs like this? They are really poor. They bend very, very easily, as you can see. I just don't get it. I know it's a cost thing, but there's much better designs out there for probably the same price. They're terrible, terrible tent pegs. There we go. Right, I'm all packed up. Tent was actually super easy to pack away, and I think it's where it's got those vents on the side, big long vents, that when you fold it up, none of the air gets trapped, which is maybe why they built it with such big vents along the side. Good fun camp. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. Thanks so much for watching. Big shout out again to my sponsors for this episode, Beer 52. Don't forget, you guys can get your free case of 8 exclusive beers by heading to beer52.com/TA. I'll put a link in the description, and I should add that this is for UK only at the moment. It's all in the description below. Thanks to those guys for sponsoring this episode, and thank you for watching this episode. I'll be back out here again soon, and one more thing is we are uploading on Tuesdays. Think TA Tuesdays in the evening, late afternoon, evening UK time. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you guys in the next one.